What happens when a former radio DJ turned wellness coach meets a global finance professional who smokes turkey and orders Chap in Singlish? Meet Cheryl Miles and Matthew Nixon, partners in life, flavour and reinvention. From career pivots to my Buah Keluak recipe, we dig deep into identity, love and the taste of a changing Singapore. I'm Chris Choo and this is HOTPLATE SG60. Cheryl, Matt, welcome to HOTPLATE SG60.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Chris, for having us.
Can you give us a quick update as to what you've been up to?
So after I left radio in 2023, wrote a cookbook. I was wondering what my next step would be. And because I love to cook and I love to connect with people, I thought coaching would be a nice area to explore. Nutrition coaching and also helping people transition midlife. You know, it's kind of a interesting period because I turned 50 this year. So
that can't be true. I mean, you don't look a day over 30.
Thank you.
All right. Matt, what have you been up to?
I've been in financial services for most of my career and usually been working for companies making them money. And I'm kind of transitioning to where I want to go out and actually help people make money with financial decisions. So I just started working for an AI Fintech company in Singapore, where it kind of makes financial intelligence information research come to you in a more interesting, very easy way to kind of understand it to help them make better financial decisions.
How does it work? Take me as a customer. Hey, I want AI Fintech.
There's algorithms behind it, and that's my founder. He's kind of made 7 million codes of algorithms. He's actually taking like US indices for examples and does the mathematical equations behind predictive analytics to see where the market's going to be going based on historical information. So it kind of helps you see where's the market going, and it's just been kind of interesting.
That used to be called quant trading.
It is quant. It is based off of quant trading that he had done with the hedge fund. Yes.
Okay, got it.
So now we're bringing the research out and also the trading signals. This one has a lot of different sources that come in this information. So we're getting various news sources, I think 42 different news sources.
Wow.
So it gives you more of a comprehensive.
No, definitely. I mean, it's purely advisory. It doesn't trade for you, right?
It is advisory, but it does give trade signals. So you can we can say you can trade on these signals based on this research. It gives you advice to open and close certain positions.
All right. That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Now, nutrition, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So a nutrition coach will help you make positive changes in your lifestyle so that we can eat better and be more conscious of ourselves, right? Because I think one of the most important relationships that we can have in our lives is with ourselves. Food is an expression of that, right?
And what about your candles, your lovely candles? You're still doing that as well?
Yes, yeah. I mean, the candles are part of the whole wellness brand, I guess, because it helps you unwind. And I think cooking is something that I've always done. And I think more people need to find the time to do it for themselves as well. And it needs to be like a whole thing, right? Like pour a glass of wine, light a candle, play some music, and enjoy the whole process. Because I think a lot of people think cooking is a chore. So I love it.
Well, your style of cooking definitely is not a chore.
No, right?
the wine helps, right?
Yes, exactly. And the music and the candles, of course. So.
How come my cooking is so different?
Your cooking is great. We're looking forward to it.
The way that I cook, I'm sweaty, I'm stressed out. I got to learn something from you.
Maybe a few candles in the background will kind of lighten the mood a bit.
Yeah. And I gave up drinking like 15 years ago.
So that's what's missing. It's a glass of wine.
on something more serious and broader, is Singapore facing an identity crisis? Why am I saying this? Because for the past 10 years or so, Singapore has opened its doors to a lot of foreign talent like you, man. Everybody is now making this home. Doing this series, a lot of newly minted Singaporeans, I wouldn't have believed it. That's why I asked, is Singapore facing an identity crisis? What do you think, Cheryl?
I think we are evolving. I'm not sure if it's a crisis per se, but Singapore's always been a melting pot for so many different races and people who've come here to make their lives and their dreams come true, right? Which is what Singapore is, I think.
So do you think that interracial marriages, relationships is on the rise?
Yeah.
And I moved to Singapore almost 15 years ago. I met my wife 8 years ago. And it's very interesting to see how foreign talent coming into this country are actually falling in love or meeting people within this. I think that's where Singapore is going to be in the future.
What then is the Singapore identity?
Because we've already progressed, right?
Yeah.
And we're celebrating our 60th birthday this year. So people have already done the hard work. Now they have space to dream a little bigger, to kind of break the boundaries a little and say, okay, well, I might have studied law, but now I want to be an actress. And actually, we went to a play last night, and this guy was I think he was a President Scholar. He went to the US to study finance, and he wrote a play. And he works for Ministry of Finance now, and he's also a playwright. And I think that this is wonderful because of the sacrifices of our forefathers. We can now dream a little bigger.
So like both of you, you are reinventing yourselves, right? You actually went for some courses for some training.
I did.
What was that about?
I just wanted to open my mind and explore, because, sometimes you get set so much in what you're doing. I was an accounting finance major, but you kind of have to adapt with the trends. And the trends are, at this time and age, you need to know at least the basics of what the technology is behind, what AI, what's driving this forces behind it. With Singapore being such a wealthy nation and a very smart, intelligent individuals, they're able now to grow as they get older.
But, if you are semi-retired, you've got a nice little nest egg and you say, I want to be a Pilates instructor, fine. I mean, would you give the same advice to a young kid?
But when you're young, you have your entire life ahead of you to reroute and go back to school and things like that. And I grew up Singaporean, obviously, so I understand how the pressure is on, right? Like, make sure you get into the right stream. PSLE is such an important year, your O-levels, A-levels, and all of that. And I wish I could have stayed at my radio job forever and ever, but these things change, like traditional media is changing. The landscape is changing. People are turning to podcasts or their music comes from streaming platforms like Spotify. And it used to be that radio DJs were the authority figure on your celebrity goss and all that. Well, now you can go directly to them. So
what is it? How do you survive in this?
Adapt.
I think also you have to be good now at multiple things. You're going to have to. If that 20-year-old wants to be Pilates instructor, then let them do that, because I think they're going to be smart enough to know to navigate these changes that are coming. Being in an office for 23 years, it's just when AI or Copilot or all these things that get introduced, it changes your work and within the matter of 6 months' time. So now the things that used to take you hours to plan are taking you minutes, and it's like, wow, what do I do with this time? So we're just not, I'm here because I'm older than you mentality. It is, no, I need to be on the same level intellectually.
What is different from the traditional skills we were taught? Or is it an approach to life that gives you an edge?
I think the approach to life, definitely, right? Because the way you approach things and the mindset and the mentality that you have that drives you really allows you to be able to adapt. Because if I thought that, hey, I invested 16 years in my radio career, this is it, I'm going to hang on to it, right? Well, it didn't hang on to me. At some point, either you decide that you want to change course like he did, or the industry itself, the landscape changes and you're like, do I want to stay or do I want to change? It used to be maybe it's like, I'm going to study this and this is the job that I'm going to have for the rest of my life.
The simple end game, right?
I mean, those were simpler times, right? I think people today are going to find themselves having more than one career by the time they retire. And I don't ever plan on retiring. I think retirement is also an old concept. And that's how our entire society was constructed, right? It's like, okay, retirement age means that you end, like we're allowed to tell you, you need to quit your job now because you're 60 or 55, whatever the age is. And then you're supposed to plan for that moment when your boss tells you you're kind of done for. But we're never going to be done for. If you find something that really drives you, that you find that's purposeful, I would work until the day I die, because I feel like I'm very motivated to connect with people and help change their lives.
My takeaway from this is the difference is that purpose and resilience, right?
Yes.
Matt, I'm very interested when you say that some younger guy and is chasing after you,
Yes.
metaphorically.
Yep.
You work with one of the world's largest funds, right?
Yes.
Which was it?
BlackRock.
BlackRock, yeah. That's huge, right? I mean,
It's huge.
I mean, what can these younger people have that you don't already have in terms of experience, and what is it?
I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I've had the privilege to kind of interview some of these coming out, the interns. They all speak multiple languages, first of all. So they're all multilingual. Singaporeans.
Really?
Yes.
So
They've all
bilingual at least.
They're all bilingual, but I've talked to some people who they'll know Chinese, they'll know English, and then they just for a hobby they'll speak Japanese. It's crazy.
Wow.
Then they've all done coding. Then they've all gone overseas to do an internship, or they've got multiple internships. So they're doing full-time school, then they go to an internship, then they'll go back to night classes. They're very driven young individuals. I think the American culture is we always have to be somewhere very, very quickly and running towards it and just not thinking. But also I've learned here is that sometimes you take time, you reassess everything and do it in a more thoughtful way. And she's taught me this as well, to just be more thoughtful in how you go about it. It just doesn't have to be chasing the next thing over and over again. It's to take time and learn what you've done and absorb it and then actually enjoy what the time at the moment you're in right now.
Cheryl's ability to adapt, I understand. Matt, yourself, I heard that you have quite a colorful background, right? You spent a lot of time in the Philippines, right?
My parents lived there in the Philippines when I went to university. Yes, my dad is former FBI, so I lived in a very controlled environment. My mom was a nurse, and they went to the Philippines when I was 18. So when my friends all went home in the Midwest to Christmas, I went to Boracay Island. My first time was in Manila, and that's my first time ever to Asia. And just to stand in a place where there's so many people. I was telling Cheryl recently, that was the first time I was in a skyscraper, that was more than 20 stories tall.
Is this why you are such an adaptable person? Because of your
from my
childhood, your background?
We moved around a lot as a kid. You'd make friends and you move on to a new city. And we did that till I was about in middle school. I basically lived out of the States since I was 24. Most of my career has been in APAC. It made me able to go and live in China for a year. It made me able to live in Australia.
Okay, Australia, I understand, right? Caucasians, they speak English.
Yeah.
China, how did you adapt?
That's where I really learned a lot about myself because I did not speak any Mandarin. I took courses, I took classes with a private tutor. Nothing stuck as much. But,
Try to say something.
Going to the grocery store was the only thing I knew was ni hao piao liang was my only phrase I actually remember.
Don't look at me. I don't speak Mandarin.
What does that mean? Ni hao is hi, how are you?
Hi, beautiful girl, how are you?
Oh, ni hao.
There you go.
I was single back then, so I was able to
okay.
say that stuff there. But it taught me how to be more patient with myself and how to realize when you're really out of your comfort zone, you really have to kind of, and this is where hospitality of where you live in, people who are always, willing to help you. You go to a grocery store.
Singapore is such an easy place to live, right? Everybody speaks English.
Yeah.
You can communicate with anyone.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, is it because Singapore makes it so easy that you can just live the life that you want? I have some American friends who live life like they're in America.
They don't integrate?
They don't integrate
Oh.
at all. It's like it's so easy, right? It's
How boring.
What do you think?
I'm the opposite of that. When I first moved to Singapore, all my friends were local Singaporeans. I wanted to see what Singapore was like through the lens of my friends. And that's, going to barbecues, going to East Coast and hanging out on the weekends and, doing the stuff outside, just being around. Don't need to be American all the time. I want to see what you guys do. And it kind of brings down barriers.
So Cheryl, sorry to interrupt. Name me 3 things that is very Singaporean about him. So I'll give you one.
Oh, okay.
He ate Kueh Chap.
Yes, that's
So
for
that's
sure.
one. So give me 2 more.
So when we first started dating, he's an East Coast boy, and he brought me to his favorite hawker food, the prawn mee on East Coast Road, which is very famous. I forget the name of it. Do you remember?
Yeah, Beach Road prawn mee.
And he knew exactly how to order because you have to go and line up, right? Actually, on our first date, it was our second date maybe, that he brought me to a Peranakan Eurasian restaurant.
Impressive.
And he ordered, I ordered laksa. What did you order?
We ordered almost everything on the menu.
We did.
We had a huge spread. We had rendang. We had everything.
Oh yeah, rendang.
Yeah.
And on our very first date, I talked about being Eurasian and he didn't blink.
So,
And I didn't have to explain myself because for the most part, when you tell a foreigner that you're Eurasian, they're like, what's that? You know, what does that mean? And he didn't flinch. And I was like, oh, wow.
Impressive.
So he's not fresh off the boat, that's for sure, because he'd been here for a few years. Later on, because we met on a dating app. But we discovered that we actually had a lot of mutual friends.
You look like, you know.
I'm Roja, so can be anything. But when I visit the States, you know, I'll get people talking to me in Spanish, like, hey, chica.
Yeah. I get it.
No
I
hable
get it.
español,
Yeah,
you know?
I get it.
I can speak Singlish fluently. I can speak some Bahasa. Yeah. So I think once I break into the, uncle, how's your day? You know, makan yet or not? They know I'm Singaporean.
Okay.
Yeah, just from the lingo. I think it's really, it's making me emotional that people call Singapore home is, to me as a Singaporean, really, I mean, wow. No, it makes me very proud.
Yeah.
It makes me so proud because
I get it.
It makes it real, you know, like the struggles that I know my grandparents went through because they lost so many of their siblings during the war, you know, and our kampong spirit, the effort that we have put into Singapore being this multiracial place where not only are we stable in our finances and our infrastructure, but as a society, and speaking of all the crazy stuff happening in the US, I mean, that to me is like, it's just a reminder of how bad it can get when you don't love each other, when you don't love your neighbor, when you don't try to take an interest in someone else's background, you know. We are the sum of all of our parts, our racial identity, our maybe even our religious identity, and how that's shaped us, where we've traveled, who we've loved, who we are loving, how this is a part of, like, just we're three-dimensional human beings.
Absolutely.
You know, speak to someone from what you think they are just because of what they look like is completely missing the point. The fact that people can call this place home and they come from everywhere else, I'm very house proud. So if you come into my home and you tell me you're comfortable, it makes me so happy, you know? And I think that that's what I'm trying to say. It's like that people feel comfortable to call Singapore their home, no matter where they have come from. Makes me very proud to be Singaporean.
You nailed it. Okay, let's look at some of the photos that you sent across. What is this? Where are you guys?
Oh my gosh, that was such a great day.
Yeah.
This was in Kansas City, and that is
Arrowhead Stadium.
That's Kelly. She was at our wedding. She's also Matt's longtime friend from school.
From university,
Is this your favorite sport, American football?
American football is one of them. Mostly now because when I went there for university, they were the joke of the league, and now we've been
Kansas City
world
Chiefs.
champs the last 3 years. But I wanted Cheryl to experience this because it is a once in a lifetime. And I think, Chris, you'd like this. Kansas City has the stadium is in a parking lot, and it's known for tailgating. And people bring their own recipes from all over the place in order. So it is a huge food party before you go into the game. So people get there at 7 o'clock in the morning.
It's so fun.
Start cooking. So it's burgers, it's ribs, it's brisket. It is, I think even last time there was a Filipino guy making like a pit.
I'm going to go there and make char kway teow.
Yes,
you would.
I'm going to bring a huge wok.
And because it's such a friendly vibe.
It's so communal too.
People will come over and share food.
Share
and be
food.
like, and it's just a great atmosphere. It's a nice little.
Wow.
This is The Wanted. Oh, of course, you know this guy, Shan, and Taylor Swift. So this was during my radio days, and it was really exciting to be able to meet celebrities and talk to them and find out their stories. Oh, Christmas.
So this is our...
We love dress-up parties.
Yeah, this is our group for our Christmas time. Every year try to make the costumes more and more outrageous. And the best part of this is that at midnight every year before Christmas, we do a gift exchange. And
oh my God, it's hilarious.
Try to outdo who brings the silliest gift. And they are pretty outrageous gifts.
And this?
Oh, Turkey Boy. So this is actually the very, very first Christmas and invite all my friends over. And so then I just met this guy. And usually I would make the entire spread. And he's like, I'll bring the turkey. I'm like, oh, that's really nice. Making double curry and then turkey is quite an effort.
Did your girlfriends give the...
Yeah. And so he made a really juicy turkey and he's been called Turkey Boy ever since. So every Christmas, he makes a turkey and I make the double curry.
So now I'm going to the kitchen to cook that mystery dish for you.
Ooh.
Mystery, right? Yeah. Making ayam buah keluak.
From 19th century Peranakan kitchens, Buah Keluak dishes were born. Chinese roots, Malay spice, and an Indonesian nut. A rich, ancestral dish that tells Singapore's fusion story in every bite.
So look at this. Matt, I'm sure you know what this is.
Is that candle nut?
No, this is buah keluak.
Okay.
The caviar of the East.
Yes.
I'm going to add in some oil. Okay. I pre-made the rempah. What's in the rempah is red chili, fresh turmeric, onions, galangal, ginger, serai or lemongrass, and chili padi. Okay?
What's the difference between galangal and ginger?
Galangal is cooling, ginger is heaty. Yeah. So after this, Cheryl will expect you to cook this for her.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
What is this?
That's candle nut.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
And we have garlic.
Garlic.
And we have, if you get this right,
Oh,
you're Singaporean.
It's fermented shrimp, isn't it?
Yes, you're right.
It's what goes in the blanchan.
What?
Okay, blanchan. Yeah.
Yeah, it's belacan. Very good. Singaporean lah. This is what we call tumis.
yeah.
Tumis is our way of frying down the chili, the galangal, until the oil splits. And this is where the aromas and flavors of our famous curries come from. Alright. Okay, now we add in some buah keluak paste.
This is the best part.
Now, I'm going to add in some of the buah keluak to cook down.
Oh wow.
Pig's trotters.
What's the secret to this heritage dish? Time, heat, and harmony. Chicken and pork, slow cooked till the fat melts into the sauce, carrying the nut's earthy depth. Tamarind sharpens it, spice lifts it, an ingenious creation.
Okay, so now let me serve you some
Oh, wow.
chicken. Stick.
Some of the pig's
Bear in
trotter,
mind
please.
Bear in mind that it's trotters and not much meat, but very flavorful.
Oh, I see. So it adds mainly more to the to the gravy than to the for the meat.
Keluak for you.
Oh, thank you.
It's a little bit like an oyster. You just stick a spoon inside and you can dig it out.
Then use the back of the spoon.
You gotta find the opening first.
Oh, I see.
It's got a very unique, distinct flavor. Buah keluak.
It's so nutty and
Truffles.
yeah.
I've also heard this was one of the favorite dishes Lee Kuan Yew.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah. What do you call this, honey? Let's hear your pronunciation.
Buah, Keluak, buah.
Try again.
Okay. Buah,
Yes.
Keluak,
No. Keluak.
Keluak.
Oh,
Buah,
you got it.
Keluak.
Very
Oh my
good.
gosh! Finally!
Finally.
Oh
You
my
got it.
goodness.
This took me all afternoon too.
Yeah. I think the beautiful thing about food is it tells so many stories, right?
Yeah.
The history, the culture, and it brings people together. Like how it's bringing us together right now.
Yeah. I think some of the best memories I've had in Singapore has been around the table talking about people's stories and hearing about how they're brought up with what dishes that they were cooked by their parents or grandparents.
Yeah. And also how to eat it correctly. Like this one, you got to dig it out.
Yeah.
Cheers!
Buah Keluak. Sorry.
Cheers!
Cheers. Buah Keluak.
Buckle up!
Buah
Cheers!
Keluak.
Catch us on
HOTPLATE
SG60! Buckle what, honey?
Sorry.
From AI to Ayam Buah Keluak, From identity to integration, different roots, shared stories. Around the table, race, love, and belonging come together. This is HOTPLATE SG60, where every dish has a backstory.